What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. My name is Ryan, and if you are into mobile and gaming tech, I feel like a congratulations are in order because you have now found your all-time favorite YouTube channel. I know, this is exciting. You know what you should do to celebrate? You should hit that little red button that says subscribe on it, and then at the end of this video, give me a thumbs up. Just let me know, it's a good video, Ryan. You did well, and we don't care about your weird and wild hair day. Awesome. I promised you guys, on Twitter anyway, roughly a week and a half ago, give or take, that I was going to bring you a video on this tiny little fingerprint and dust magnet. And look at that. Hey, we're here. We're here. I'm actually really, okay, you know what? Jokes aside, we're going to pause here for a real quick second. I'm actually really excited. I've wanted to talk about this phone for a few days. As a matter of fact, I'm probably annoying a lot of my followers on Twitter, so if you're one of them, I'm really sorry. I haven't really shut up about this phone, and I have some good reasons as to why. When I reviewed the iPhone 12 mini a couple months back, I had some choice words for it. Now, the thing is that I did love that phone. Honestly, I adored it. But the battery really left a sour taste in my mouth. Now, because my YouTube channel isn't big enough yet for me to accept like a revenue stream through that, which you can help out by clicking that red button we were already talking about, I still work a regular 9 to 5, Monday through Friday on the average. And about 6 hours into an 8-hour shift, I had to top up the iPhone 12 mini because it was just about dead. I would get home later in the evening, I'd have dinner, I'd play around on the phone, I'd go to bed, and the phone was already dead. Let's have a moment of silence, shall we? I know, it's sad, right? Because the iPhone 12 mini was a really exciting phone. It was like the size and like just the form factor overall of a phone that we had been asking Apple for a long time. Like a long time. Do you hear me? Long time. And when we finally got it, it was an exciting phone up until that battery. So I feel, justifiably so. When I picked this thing up, I was excited, but cautiously so, right? I decided to put my SIM card in it. I used it as my everyday phone. I was taking it through the paces, but to keep the playing field as level as I could, as I was doing just the most general of things. I really wasn't trying to push this phone. I was taking it through the same paces that I took the 12 mini through just to see exactly how that's going to pan out. So stay tuned to this video because I'm going to let you know. And honestly, the results are really exciting, especially if you want to get your hands on one of these phones. The unboxing experience for the 13 mini, it's the same thing you would expect from any iPhone at this point. You get your device on top, you get your Lightning to USB-C cable beneath that, and then you get your paperwork and the SIM ejector tool. Once you've set the phone up, it's off to the races. Go ahead and enjoy it. If you're anything like me though, one of the first things that you're going to notice is that this doesn't feel like an iPhone. As a matter of fact, it doesn't feel like a phone at all. It feels like a toy. And that has nothing to do with the build quality, that aluminum frame and the glass sandwich. As a matter of fact, the whole reason behind that mentality that I had was the fact that this phone is just so light and it is so small that it was really hard to wrap my mind around the fact that inside this very tightly packaged device is an A15 Bionic processor, is a very beefy camera, and a really impressive battery. So let me break those three categories down for you. First and foremost, the A15 Bionic processor is powerful, like really powerful. I already talked about this with the iPhone 13 Pro and with the Pro Max, but with an iPhone 13 mini, I almost called it a 12 mini. Let's forget that just happened, okay? All right. So the A15 Bionic processor inside of an iPhone 13 mini is just like a perfect fit because this phone is so quick and it just, I don't know, in the form factor, the size of this phone, it just feels even faster, despite the fact that it doesn't have a 120 hertz ProMotion display for that 5.4 inch screen. It still feels really, really quick. At no point are you going to have to wait for this phone to do anything. As a matter of fact, it's going to be the other way around, where the phone is waiting for you to do something. Where this becomes really beneficial is when you use that beefy camera that I was talking about. Yes, you are down a lens from the Pro models, but honestly, you're not going to notice, nor are you going to care when you see the photos that come out of this phone. They are phenomenal. I'm going to play a few here for you in the video just so you can see what they look like. But if you want to see more, follow me on Twitter or on Instagram, because I've been posting photos almost daily of what this phone is capable of taking. Now, you want to talk about capabilities of a phone? Is battery. Yeah, right? So this is probably why you've been hanging on. Hopefully the retention on this video is pretty good. But honestly, like, I have really good news for you if at any point you were concerned about this battery. So as I'd previously mentioned in my iPhone 13 Pro Max video, I get up 6 a.m. I go to the gym 6:30. I'll use my phone for music and to track my workouts. I go to work for 9. I come home around 5. I putter around on it just with personal stuff, and then I go to bed about 9. Through that 9 to 5, I'm frequently on my phone. Conference calls, emails, documents, photos, you name it, I'm doing it. I haven't had to top up the iPhone 13 mini once. Not once. As a matter of fact, I would get home, get ready, go to bed, and I would still have anywhere between 15 to 30% of the battery left on this phone. I got a couple of screen grabs here for you so you guys can actually see what my screen on time was like at what time I took these screenshots, and it gives you a really good idea of just how powerful this phone is. Now here's the thing, and I've said this before, I consider myself a power user. If you're not new here, you know that I consider myself that. I have said it a few times, and yet this phone can still hang with me all day, no sweat. And I'm really happy about that. So if you were one of the individuals that were concerned about battery life with an iPhone 13 mini, you're safe. Go for it. Honestly, this is probably the phone that I'm going to recommend to most people that want an easy to use, one-handed, powerful camera, processor, and battery combo with iOS all built into that at a reasonable price point. When I told you at the beginning of this video that I'm excited and happy and like really wanted to film this, you probably understand why now. Did you pick up an iPhone 13 mini, or were you kind of holding off because you weren't quite sure how that battery is going to pan out? Let's have some discussion in the comments. I love talking to you guys, so I appreciate that. If you watch this video all the way through, you are the MVP. Thank you. I really appreciate that. As I had mentioned at the beginning, I am trying to build this channel into something larger. So if you enjoyed this, hitting that subscribe button and that thumbs up does me a huge service. You take care. I'll see you in the next one.